to say what I want to say after you said that. It's hilarious, though. You guys
Good afternoon, everybody. 1:00 right here on a Tuesday. Is it?
It is a Tuesday.
Goodness gracious. This is Josh with K4CO Radio, and we're having a wonderful day here. Hopefully you are as well, and it can't be that bad because the Broncos won last night. So, it's always a great thing. So I can't complain. How about you, Sarah?
I agree. It was nice to have a win for the Broncos, for sure.
We're 2-2 now.
We are 2-2, and thank goodness that the other team, Bengals, had lots of penalties, which was lovely.
They had a ton.
They kind of won it for us, which I really appreciate. So, we needed some help.
Thanks, Bengals. If there's any Bengals fans out there, we appreciate you too for that wonderful loss. But anyway, we digress. We have some wonderful people in the K4CO studio. Sarah, who do we have in?
Well, first, thank you everyone for tuning in and listening to K4CO Radio. If you are driving, please continue to focus on the road and listen intently, and let someone cut in if they need to. You never know what's going on.
Be nice.
And please be nice and courteous and respectful. Thanks, off my soapbox. So, and if you do have your computer or your phone in front of you and you're not driving, definitely jump on either to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or one of our social media platforms, because this is one, again, it's very interactive. So please let us know if you have comments or questions, because this affects everybody in Colorado for sure. So, and I love these people. And one of them is single, and man, girls.
Ready to mingle.
I'm just saying, we're going to start it out like that, because damn. So, there you go.
Wow.
There you go, Mo.
Well, that's an endorsement right there.
It is an endorsement. I'm just saying. Without further ado, we have people from Elevated Auto Hail Repair. We have the amazing Mo and the amazing Courtney with us. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thank you for being here. I've loved getting to know you guys over the past at least year.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's been such a pleasure. You guys are everywhere. We'll unpack, of course, everything about you guys individually and together. It's just incredible. So for those of you that want to follow along, go to elevatedhailrepair.com. And this affects everybody. If you live in Colorado and you haven't experienced a hailstorm, you're living inside and never leaving.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's why I love it. One of my all-time
place.
favorites. I was in early high school and playing in a lacrosse thing. It was outside, and then it started hailing, and it became one of those that was like baseball size. We were in a gym where half of the ceiling was glass, so it just made it for a really fun afternoon.
Mother Nature is not messing around sometimes.
yeah.
It's just the amount of damage too. It was funny. I was looking. There's a lot of car dealerships around, and I remember growing up, I mean, none of them had these like covers or overhangs or anything like that to protect it.
Oh, yeah.
And so when a hailstorm came through, it was just nuts at the amount of damage.
I love the car dealerships too. They're like, may have received hail damage, and there's just dents all over the place. And then they probably call them, right?
Oh yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, oh, help us. We probably need to save some money here.
Just a little bit.
Okay, we're turning it over to you, beautiful people. Tell us about Elevated Auto Hail Repair.
Yeah, so, I was in the industry for 3 years, and I worked with a handful of different PDR companies, and, I always was able to bring a lot of business, make good connections, and so in doing that, we experienced some bottlenecks, some drop balls, and, I'm the customer-facing person, and, I'm not okay with not having a good experience with the people I'm working with. I'm providing a service. So, I came across a lot of, hitting heads with, owners of these shops and trying to help them understand that, hey, look, let's hire an office staff. And I even, told them I would train the office staff, and having conversations like, okay, fine, you don't want to do that. I'll hire an assistant. How about you just help me out? And they're not interested because, they don't necessarily have. Most of these guys grew up in, the body shop industry. So they don't maybe necessarily have a lot of experience with organization or, customer service and, that type of thing. And so I never thought I was going to open a, PDR shop, but I was like, finally in 2023, I was like, I guess I just got to open one myself. And so I did. And, in January of 24, I got into, our facility and met Courtney in June of 24.
June, yeah.
June of 24. Actually, her husband came in, amazing guy, Purple Heart, recipient, just a great human being. Takes me 15 minutes to do an estimate. He was there for 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
Just chatting away like he does.
Asking me all kinds of questions. And I happened to hit a point in the business where it was like a lot of business coming in. Long story short, I got a chance to meet, Courtney, and now she's our director of operations. I mean, PhD in 18th century literature, incredibly intelligent, talented. When she, came through, I was like, and she was excited to work with me, I was like, why?
Meanwhile, I'm like, why do you want an 18th century lit person running your hair shop? So it went both ways.
I think it's great. Well, you guys have lovely symmetry too. It's amazing how big, because you have 10 employees, 10 people that work with you in a very short period of time. So you're doing something really, really right. That means you have a good staff and you're taking care of your people, which I think, like, not only do you provide a very necessary service that everyone needs at some point, but to take care of your employees and to grow it as quickly as you have is a tribute to you both.
Yeah, we're so lucky. Our team is amazing. We have these incredible technicians. They've been in the business for like a collective total of, 150 years or something.
Nice.
They're very talented. And for anyone who's listening who doesn't know what PDR is, that's just paintless dent repair. So that's the best kind of repair possible. It just means that our technicians basically have these cool tools and they push and pull and manipulate and sculpt the metal back into place. So if it's possible to do that, sometimes the dents are too big, sometimes there are too many of them, but whenever possible, it's the best kind of repair because it maintains your original factory paint and helps maintain the value of your car, and it's totally green. It doesn't produce any toxic chemicals or use anything harsh, so it's basically just a very interesting art and science that these guys have learned to do, and watching them work is amazing. So anyone who wants to come down and take a tour of our shop,
That's cool.
we're here.
I'm imagining though, did you guys ever have the toys it was the suction thing?
Right.
That would pop up and fly up? That is what I'm imagining that you're putting on the side of a
Yeah,
car.
just a bunch of suction cup toys.
Yes, that is truly what is going through my mind. It's just like a suction cup.
And you're onto something because that's exactly what glue pulling is.
See? I wasn't too
affixed
far out.
glue, and they
That's one of the
just
tools.
pop them
Those are
out.
the
Yeah.
tools, yeah.
That's very cool. That's
So-
amazing. You don't do damage to the paint. You guys. That's why I leave it to the experts to do it. Because man, I can't even change a tire without scratching the hell out of my car. So
Yeah, me either. That's why I leave it to the experts as well.
Right? Thank you, technicians, for providing all of that. I love it. And I know obviously you're in Colorado, but are there certain areas that you all serve?
Yeah, basically up and down the Front Range. We've got clients that are in Colorado Springs, and we have clients that, are in Loveland. We'll go all the way to Cheyenne. We're actually going to go visit probably tomorrow, and I heard there's, a huge backup, and people there may need some help. So
Oh,
we're
wow.
going to go check that out, too.
Cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. I did also want to mention the phone number in case you guys are listening and want to call. It's 720-797-6969. And again, and also, if you want more info from Mo Info, go to moinfo at elevatedhailrepair.com. Yeah, that
really
is
do
the
like that
lovely. I
email
love
address.
that email.
For Mo Info.
For Mo
For
Info. We've been waiting all day to see that.
We definitely have. It's been hours in the making. Well, in the business, since you guys are in the business, what is one of the main reasons why people just don't get their car repaired?
So main reason is money. A lot of people think it's going to cost them a lot of money.
Yep.
They think they have to pay their deductible. They think their rates are going to go up, and it's just misinformation. Mm-hmm. The reason why 75% of people are okay with losing, $6,000 to $10,000 in damage on their vehicles is because they think it's going to cost them when it does not.
Right.
They don't have to pay their deductible. It's up to the repair facility if they want to collect it.
And your repair facility covers the deductible. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Wow.
Yes. And it doesn't affect your rates. It's not. I got to be careful with that. Here's the deal. If you have multiple claims within a year, 3 claims, 4 claims within a year, and some of them are collision claims where you have negligence, and
Sure.
then you file another claim, in that case, it may raise your rates, and usually people know before. But
Right.
most people have never even filed a claim. and they've been paying for years. And so if it's a comprehensive claim, that's because it's an act of nature, it's an act of God. There's no negligence, so that's why it doesn't affect your rates.
Okay. Even if your same car gets hit 4 times in a year and it's all been hail.
That's different.
That's just
different.
God
That's
saying.
exactly why. Yeah, right. Where is that place? I want to go work there.
I think outside of the box. I like to throw a little curveball action.
like it.
So
Yeah.
this is stuff I don't know. I've never, I'm the type of person that would call my insurance company and they would say, go to this spot. That was me 15 years ago. And now I do my due diligence,
Right.
which is please people do that. And I wanted to also, definitely say that for you guys is when people do call their insurance company, you don't have to follow who they say. You can decide.
Yeah,
correct?
absolutely not. You can't be forced to do that because it's called steering and it's illegal. So you can pick a shop. So the most important thing that people can do when getting their hail damage fixed is just to pick a shop they like and trust, because the insurance company is going to pay for their damage anyway, and they just need to make sure that they really, feel safe and taken care of wherever they go.
Absolutely.
And that is up to them.
Completely.
Power to the people.
Well, to use the noggin, upstairs that's bouncing back and forth, that's what I tell my kid. Every once in a while, it's good to use the noggin.
Oh yeah.
So after the damage is done, let's say that we have a hailstorm that happened 6 months ago. Are they still eligible to go through this
Yeah. What is the
process?
statute of limitations or whatever that?
Yeah, no, so 2 years.
Okay.
2 years,
years.
and that's
a long
state
time.
of Colorado. That's nationwide. 2
Oh
years.
wow. Okay.
So you have 2 years.
Wow.
You definitely you don't want to wait. The longer you wait, the more opportunity there is for an insurance company to deny a claim.
Right.
So you always want to file the claim sooner than later, and then yes, you've got 2 years to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one
That's
thing
all
that's
I got.
really important to know about that is that even if you've already filed a claim and you've gotten an initial check, let's say the insurance company has given you $1,500, they've given you an original estimate, they've taken out the deductible, and they give you a small check like $1,500 back, it's not too late to go and get the value for the full cost of your repair. So the problem with the original estimates is that they're often $5,000 to $8,000 lower than what is actually going on. And the problem is people are losing value in their cars rapidly, so it becomes very hard to trade or sell your car down the road. And we really see our work as a public service because we're here to help you make sure that doesn't happen to you.
Right.
And that the insurance companies honor their end of the bargain. We pay these high premiums, and then when it comes time for them to pay, they're like, oh, cool story, you only get $1,500 back, and people don't realize.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go.
The side note to that too is the reason why they send an initial check. They send somebody out, or they do it in virtual
Where you
assessment.
take your own pictures with the
Right,
phone.
right,
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Or even if they send somebody out, that initial check that they send you is like a quarter of the actual cost of repair. Mm-hmm. And people think they're the experts coming out looking at it. That's the actual cost. So when they get a check for $1,500, they're like, okay, yeah, I'll get it fixed, not realizing it's actually $8,000. And so maybe they even use the check because they're like $1,500. I'll take care of it.
Right.
Not knowing again $8,000, and that's why the insurance companies do it that way. They hope you take the check, you don't get it fixed, put it on the back burner, and they save thousands of dollars.
Right.
So what is the best practice then? I mean, when you're filing a claim and everything, and suddenly you just get a check and you're like, I think it's gonna be more than this.
This is what, and that's a great question. So actually, it's important to understand, with the insurance company, if they send an adjuster out to do an assessment, that's a representative for the insurance company. You want to find your own representative,
Right.
And that costs you nothing. Just takes you some time to find a good company that you trust, and that's what I would suggest is contact a PDR company, a paintless dent repair company, or a body shop, and have them take a look at it and get a second opinion.
Like you guys do the free estimates
yeah.
if somebody brings their car in, and
Right.
you'll tell them exactly what you think it's gonna.
Yeah. And we'll walk them through next steps. We'll educate them on everything we just talked about and more, so that they're armed with everything they need to make a great decision for themselves.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Has there ever been, I'm sure there has, but a car where it's just too much damage. It's just like we can't do this. this car's basically totaled when it comes to the hail damage.
Yeah. It happens all the time. So the insurance company looks at the value of the car compared to the repair cost. So based on that, they decide if they're going to total it or not. The other thing they also look at, which is a little bit harder for us to assess, is how much is that car going to go for at auction? Because if they're going to get a lot of money at auction, they'll total it for much less damage or much more damage because they know they're going to get more. It's all about saving money for them, which makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're worried about it totaling, we'll have those conversations. Even if, it's an older vehicle, in a lot of cases, it still makes sense to file the claim because they'll give you a second option when they total it too. Okay. They'll give you an option where, okay, here's $10,000 and they take the car, or here's $6,000. It's like a buyback option. Here's $6,000 and you get to keep the car. So you're still getting some money back for it. You're getting, which you should, get that value loss for it. And then, it's also in the state of Colorado, since it hails here all the time, and hail doesn't affect the drivability of a car usually. And so you don't have to get a salvage title. Okay. You get to keep your title intact, and it'll just show that it was totaled.
Okay.
So.
And the good thing about coming to our shop is we can help advocate for the client and just make sure they're getting everything they deserve.
There's some people that owe more money than the car's worth, and if they total it, they're going to lose a car and they're going to end up having to pay some money.
Right.
So we can help those people too.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys, that's what I love you guys. You really do genuinely care about people. And
absolutely.
It makes it so much worth it.
Thank you.
So is it just, I'm sorry, forgive my ignorance, but if someone comes in, and to Josh's point, with like a lot of different damage, is it predominantly on the metal side? What if it's hit their tires and their rims and the windshield? Can you do everything?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll facilitate the whole, repair, because there are some, 2022, F-150s that are hit badly and need a lot more repair than just PDR. So we're partnered with, we have a great relationship with, McDonald's Collision is who we work with.
Oh, cool.
And the director over there, Tom. Shout out to Tom.
Hey, Tom.
He is a great human being, and he's got 40 years in the industry, so he's a wealth of knowledge. And they do a great job. So if we need to get paint or a panel replaced, they're who handles it for us.
For sure.
But
We've
it's all
used
done through
McDonald's many times in our
Oh,
in our
that's
world.
awesome.
So, and they have done a fabulous job. So
Is there a big difference between, because from what I've seen, there's not too much metal in cars anymore when it comes to the body. There's a lot of like fiberglass or whatever it is. I mean, I have a Jeep, I have a 2012, it's all metal. And I see a lot of, the metal metallic sticker can go to it. A magnet can stick on it. Today, a lot of cars don't. So is there a big difference in that?
Yeah, so like there's some cars where the fenders are not metal and they are, plastic, but there's also, most of them are still metal, but they're aluminum.
They're aluminum.
So
metal.
that's why
Okay.
the magnet won't stick when they're aluminum, but they're still metal.
Okay.
Yeah, but there is a lot of other, there's fiberglass and carbon fiber and stuff like that that's on some cars now too.
And I take it, depending on what it is, it's a completely different process to correct it with the hail damage.
Yeah, we had a camper van and it had a fiberglass roof,
Fiberglass, yeah.
and we did not do that.
okay.
Yeah, we still got the estimate done for them, and we still,
Yes.
got everything that was damaged accounted for, and we, have partners that also do, those type of things. Those aren't really going to be, repaired, mostly replaced. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. No, that's a good point. So I'm glad you brought that up. So I assume cars, trucks, etc. But do you take in bikes or motorcycles and other toys that are, ATVs, that type of thing?
We've fixed semis and helicopters.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's not a lot on a helicopter that you can fix. There's certain parts that, because of air drag and everything like that, but
Okay.
we have a helicopter coming in down the pipe. Yeah.
Wow. And so jets and planes are those?
Oh yeah, planes, boats, anything with metal on it.
Cool.
What did they say in the Meet the Fuggers about the cat milking the cat? We can fix anything with metal.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Exactly.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mo is single.
There's the
Do you
plug,
see?
right?
He's funny, employed, all of the things. One other question. So I've run into this too. So a lot of times people don't have rental insurance for a rental car. How do you all handle that if they, let's say, can't?
So
policy.
Mo was saying that we waive the deductible, and we also cover the rental because we really want this. We don't want money to ever be prohibitive for anyone to get their hail damage fixed because, again, to us, it's just there's too much at stake, and so we just get them a rental car, and we'll take them to get the car, or we'll get the car for them. We'll bring them to our shop, whatever it takes. So if someone needs help with that, we've got them.
That's awesome.
It's that easy.
That's very cool. A lot of people don't do that.
No, not at all.
They just say you're on your own.
And a lot of times people, like you say, they think it's too expensive is probably one of the biggest reasons to get it repaired. And what's one of the, detriments to not getting it repaired if you never do fix it?
Yeah, so it's really money in your pocket.
Right.
At the end of the day, it is an asset. It's an appreciating asset. So, that's why you have insurance on it. It's usually the second biggest purchase that anybody ever makes in their life.
Right.
And it also is their livelihood. So, if you don't get it fixed, and you go to trade it in or you go to sell it in the, U.S. average is 3 years, and they give you $6,000 less, and now you're upside down in your loan.
Right.
It can create a lot of problems. And the thing I always tell people is with us, it costs you nothing to get the hail damage fixed. It's going to cost you something not to get the hail damage fixed.
Right, exactly.
And that's really the most important thing. Obviously, some people, most people want their car to look nice. There's, that benefit, but it's the financial, detriment that happens when you don't fix it.
Especially in Colorado, I don't know about you, but I always get stuff in the mail. It's like, we want your car. We want your car. That goes on all the time. And if you bring in something, I didn't tell you about this hail damage. Yeah, we don't want that car anymore.
And that's the first thing they're going to look at.
Yeah.
In Colorado, they're going to put it under the light. First thing they check. And a lot of people don't even know they have hail damage, which is surprising. But, when you go take it in to trade it in, or if somebody's buying it, that's the first thing they're going to look at.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And to be quite blunt, that's the insurance company taking that money from you.
That's
If you don't file, it's not their fault, but literally that's why we pay those premiums. So you don't want to lose $10,000 of value in your car, or even $5,000 or whatever it is,
Right.
because that's their end of their bargain. They need to honor it, and you need to protect your car.
Right.
If people understood that it cost them nothing, which actually is not true, they already paid for it
Right.
in their premium.
Exactly.
If people understood that there's no additional cost to it, everybody would get their hail damage fixed.
Because Mo, what is it? 70% don't. What was that?
75% of people that are affected by hail damage don't fix it
Wow.
because
3
of
out
the
of 4? Wow.
3 out of
That's
4.
way more than
it's
I thought.
crazy.
That's
All right, people.
I know, right?
Yes.
I see all you driving around with your
Yes.
dents and dings.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
don't do that.
Don't be a part of the 75%.
And I think it's not only like the cost of the repairs and everything too, but I think there's this huge fear that you mentioned too a little bit earlier is that, I'm going to process a claim and all my rates are just going to skyrocket. And so I'm going to go from, paying this a month to suddenly paying, double.
I had this conversation last week. I was sitting at the restaurant at the bar. I'm talking to this. She's like a high level executive, incredibly intelligent. And we're talking about it. She was upset. She filed a claim, and her rates went up. And I asked her questions. And what we realized when we came to find out is her rates were going to go up anyways. And that's the trick is that everybody collectively filing these claims, right? At the end of the year, I imagine there's a budget and the insurance commissioner looks at it. Are we over?
Right.
Okay, how much should we raise them? So then you've got the people that didn't even file a claim.
Right.
Right.
And their
it
rates
still
went up
goes
anyways.
Goes up
Exactly.
anyway.
Exactly. And I'm one of those where I have a spotless record. No claims for like 15 years or something like that. And I'm like, why am I not paying $50 a month? Well, it's because there's all these other claims too. And,
Right? It's not like
damage
having a
just
criminal
happens.
record where you really don't want to have it.
Right, exactly.
It's okay if you need to file a claim.
But I'm sure the insurance company, and they do make you feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, it behooves them. But at the end of the day, people can just, be lucky enough to get educated on something and not, lose out because of, not knowing.
Yeah, and
Right.
people are also really worried about the hassle. And with us, we just do everything we can to make it as seamless and easy as possible. Truly, they drop their car off. We take them to get a rental. We take care of everything else in between. We give them back a beautiful car. We detail it. We're like, here, nobody wants to come see us, right? We get it. Nobody is super excited, like, yay, I got hail damage. I want to go see Courtney and Bo. Nobody thinks like that, and I don't blame them. But we try to make the situation as pleasant and easy as possible. We make friends with our clients. We make good relationships with them. We have fun with it. They get a beautiful car back. It ends up, they're like, oh, that was all. I put this off for a year and a half, and that was all it was?
If anything, they got a free detail out of it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's true.
Exactly.
Do you just want my car to
Yeah,
detail
it's
it? I mean, there's other things wrong with it.
We're like, I'll go put some things on it. Just,
No, I can't do that.
I'm joking.
How long is the general process to do it? So, I mean, I've never had hail damage repaired on my car. I have a garage though for 20 years, so which is nice. But like, someone brings in their car. I mean, are you talking half a day?
Sometimes,
Day?
yeah, sometimes. Depending on the amount of damage, I always tell everybody 3 to 5 days.
3 to 5. Okay.
If it's really bad, then it's going to be case by case. Even then, we're not looking at with some. I've heard horror stories from customers. 2 months, a month. At the end of the day, we try to communicate what to expect. And then, also just, what's happening throughout the process. But 3 to 5 days is pretty much what I tell people. Some stuff is, like half a day or 2 days.
We also don't take anyone's car until the approval comes through insurance. So they're not, like a lot of body shops will take the car as soon as they start working with the client and hold on to it through the entire approval process. And that can be, up to 10 days or something. Sometimes longer if there's been a really big storm. It's not like that right now because there hasn't been, massive storms here.
It's been a little mild this year.
Yeah, it's been a little mild. But, we don't take the cars so that we just try to keep people in their vehicles as long as possible.
Right. Right.
Not just have them sitting on our lot.
Which is a very outside of the norm procedure in our industry.
Yeah.
They won't even look at a car until it's ready to drop off because a lot of people in the industry are maybe they haven't built a relationship with their clients and are worried about them taking the car and shopping it somewhere else or just going through somebody else or taking the money. At the end of the day, we just want to build a great relationship, be transparent, have our clients be transparent with us. So one thing that we've modified in the industry norm is, we don't take the car in at time of inspection. In a lot of cases, we're doing the estimate, giving the car back. The estimate takes us 15 minutes. So they get to come hang out for 15 minutes while we get that done, and then we submit it. When it's approved, then we call them to schedule the repair. Right. So it's not just sitting there while it's awaiting approval. But we leave it up to our clients. So, if somebody just wants to, leave it and not have to come back, no problem. We can accommodate that too.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I think you already answered this, but just in case people jumped on later, do they have to bring the car to you, or can you can go to them as well and take a
We
look
can go
at
to
it?
them to do the estimate
initial-
and the
okay.
supplement
Okay.
and the initial assessment, all of that. Even the actual supplement and estimate we can do at where they're at.
Okay.
But for the repair, for sure it has to come to our facility so we can have the proper lighting and the right tools and make sure the
But we
quality.
can
that
pick
we
it up for them. Like if they couldn't get out to our shop, we can pick their car.
You guys are a full service. I kind of like this. Man, it's like cozy.
Oh, just lay back.
It's like we got your
take
car.
care of it.
Just give them a massage.
My
Yeah.
dealership
Masseuse
is
there.
not like this.
No.
They make it so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys for making it so easy for people. Hey, dealerships, I hope you're listening.
And
Do
you
us
can
a
go
solid.
to elevatedhailrepair.com, and right away it's scheduled my free inspection, so you can they can meet you anywhere you want, or you can go to their place of business and everything. In 2 years, I didn't know that it was 2 years, which is the kind of right of time where you can file that claim on the insurance. That's pretty crazy. I like that, especially here in Colorado, because it's been a mild year right now, but most likely, next year. Exactly.
Last year was crazy. We had the big, golf size stuff coming down.
Oh, yeah.
You go up to like the Thornton area where that huge storm was, and go walk through these neighborhoods and see the 75% with hail damage on them.
Right.
Brand new cars with full coverage insurance that haven't been repaired.
Are you guys just putting your flyers on all their cars?
We knock doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put
I
flyers
have
out
to
for
be
sure.
like, hey.
We're trying to get the word out so they
Right. Exactly.
lose.
I do. I think people don't do it because they think, number one, it's a hassle, and number two, how much is it going to cost me?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what.
And three, I'm not going to use my insurance because it'll just go up.
Go up, exactly.
If I do.
Yeah.
And it's like, you pay for this, yet you don't want to use it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you said, I love that you guys said that. Like, you're already paying for your car insurance.
Yeah. You already
So
paid
you've
for
already
it.
paid for it.
Use
so you exactly.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Lots of good quotes today. I like it. For those, if you can't suction it out.
Please do that again. All right.
Oh, it was better the first time. Ooh, that's a noise. Ladies and gentlemen, Mo is single. 720-797-6969. Getting you.
Boom.
Yeah. Date, baby. Okay. How easy is it to match paint? Is that a very arduous process if you can't suck it out?
It's an art form for sure. It's another art form.
Okay.
To have good painters, and that's why we work with McDonald Collision and Tom. Almost never and we do send a lot of business to them. Have it has something come back, or we go pick something up. I say almost never because the first one happened, but that's when you get to see, the true colors of a company and a person. When that happens, how quickly they take responsibility and handle it. And of course, that's what happened. And so, but yeah, it's an art form and it is difficult, but there's people out there that are very good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be hard. Even like the color white, there's 52 shades.
Oh yeah,
Or
you have
gray.
to give the
50
VIN and
shades of
everything
gray.
so they can order it from the factory.
Yeah.
Or like at least when we get a paint pen, it's a whole thing because you're right. There's 1,000 shades of red. You can't just say, "Oh, we'll just do this shade," and hope for the best.
And you can't bring your car in a Home Depot, drive it in there, and just have them put that little laser on it. I think that's cool, though. You haven't done that?
No, I have not.
They can kind of try to match the paint if you bring them a sample. They put a laser on it.
I did not know
Yeah, it's
that.
nuts. You know that, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to try and stump Home Depot. I'm on a mission. I like it.
All right, let's do it.
I'm going to blend a whole bunch of cool colors and say match it. Okay, I like it. I love it.
Just like next Saturday for fun.
Yeah.
Go visit Home
Go
Depot.
to Home Depot, Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know if I'll have time. We're going to do a whole bunch of movies.
I love it.
That is awesome. Well, this is incredible. Again, for those of you that jumped on a little bit late, this is saved on Facebook for a solid month and on YouTube forever. Again, we're sitting down with Mo and Courtney, Elevated Auto Hail Repair, and you can go to elevatedhailrepair.com. And for questions and get them on board. Again, if you have any hail damage in the last 2 years, please reach out. That's insanely amazing. 720-797-6969.
With 2 locations.
Yeah.
You have Centennial right here. And then Colorado Springs. How long has that location been up there?
It's been 1 month.
1 month.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
Great.
cool.
Wow. These guys are kicking butt. I love it. Man.
Because they're
huge
educating
staff.
people that, do this. It's
Well,
not going to cost you anything.
And they do what's right. And I definitely, if it's okay, I'd love to talk about what you guys are doing in the community. Because it's when I am gravitated towards people right away. I mean, Courtney, I remember the first time I met you. You talked to
Same.
me about animals. And I was like, oh my God, you have the most beautiful heart on planet Earth.
Aw.
And everything that you're doing. And I was going through, the death of my dog. And there's this girl talking about everything that she does for animals. I'm like, I love these people. So, I mean, you guys are so involved with nonprofits and networking, chamber work. So tell us about all your different involvements, sponsorships, chamber worlds, not the partners in philanthropy. You guys have so much. I don't even know where to begin, but yeah.
Well, I think when Mo, and thank you. And I remember meeting you too and just being like immediately drawn to you. And we have such a beautiful community of incredible people who are really, they restore your faith in humanity, right? And so we got to find each other. And it's a hard time right now. And I think when Mo and I first met, one of the reasons why we realized pretty quickly that we could build an empire together was our mutual commitment and passion to just giving back and to doing everything we could to create a resilient, robust community. And to do that, what we've tried to do is build business partnerships, but also we have a nonprofit appreciation campaign wherein we work with a nonprofit and we'll go to their brick and mortar if they have one or wherever they are, and we'll give them a shout out on social media. And then we just promise that if anyone mentions their name when they get their hail damage fixed with us, we will give $200 back to the nonprofit. Just because people are doing incredible work, and nonprofits, there I think there are 70 in Colorado. We have a lot of nonprofits, and they're doing amazing things, and they need as much support as they can get. They deserve as much support as they can get. And so Mo and I just realized that we can have a business where we also take care of people. We high-fived on the first day we met. We're like, let's go, let's do it. So we try really hard to do it.
No, it's amazing. I know, and you're right. I think there's over 70,000 now nonprofits in Colorado.
Oh, did I say 70?
Yeah, but
I meant 70.
That's all right.
More.
Thanks for listening to what I mean and not what I say.
Oh no, I'm with you. There's so many, and nonprofit, for profit. I mean, it's so beautiful when people just work together, and it's truly. I think a lot of times it's about educating, right? And what I'm like, it's about the relationship, and if you create those good, solid, honest, transparent. I love that you use that word too. Relationship, people will keep coming back to you. That's how you build your empire, right?
Yeah.
You're doing good things in the world. And I believe in karma, and I think it always comes back when you're doing beautiful things. I know you guys are super involved in South Metro Chamber and the nonprofit group, which I'm so excited. That just makes me so happy. You guys were part of the tank last year, so many great things. And sounds like you're sponsoring some cool events and some cool people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
talk about that, which is looking amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We lucked out. One of my buddies works out at the same facility that some UFC fighters work out at, and got the opportunity to meet Chris Gutierrez and sponsor him. So he's got UFC 320 I think on Saturday, and we got a chance to co-brand with him and sponsor him. And then Courtney's husband plays rugby, I think semi-professional team, basically almost professional, but they've got a big tournament in Dubai, and so we got to sponsor them as well. And we do partnerships with local businesses too, and try to promote what they're doing and find a unique way for us to try to generate more business for them and us, basically. But the UFC fight thing is going to be pretty awesome. Chris is an amazing guy. He's been in the UFC for 17 years or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think we'll see. I think after he wins this fight, I think he'll probably have a shot at the title. So that'll be
Nice.
Very
exciting.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of partnerships, is there anyone that you are looking to partner with, either on the nonprofit or sponsor side or a for-profit? Are there I'm sure, of course, certain industries that are better? I don't want to say that, but I mean, just
That you'd like to
shout
get
out
connected to if
yeah,
someone's
like
listening.
real estate agents or roofers, or who would you really want to connect with?
Well, I think, insurance agencies and roofers, we can come in and be really impactful with their, clients, with their clientele, and help a lot. So there's a lot of insurance agents in Colorado that refer us because, if we get a call from one of their clients, we go to them same day, assess the damage, give them a repair cost range. There's a lot of people that are stuck at square one and don't even know if they should file a claim because they want to know how much. They don't know how much the claim is.
Right.
And so, with the insurance agents, that's huge. we'll go out and give them that information, walk them through next steps. And then with the roofers, they're out already, knocking doors and getting up on the roof and helping these, clients with their, roofs, but their cars are hit.
Yeah.
And so, but they're already there. And so we have a great affiliate program for the roofers where they can add huge value to their clients and also make some money with what we're doing as well. And so those are probably the two biggest. And then, of course, like dealerships have a really unique way to help them actually close more deals on cars that have trades or, customers that have trade-ins that have hail damage. We have a really unique way to not impede the deal and close it and still get the damage fixed and get higher value for those customers who didn't know and now are at that 3-year point and they're trading in their car. We can help them at the point of sale now too.
Right.
So those are probably the three best is like, dealerships, roofers, and insurance agents.
Yeah, basically anyone who works with cars. I mean, we've worked with HOAs because maybe an entire apartment complex has gotten hit. We've worked with quick change shop.
Quick lubes.
Yeah,
People pulling in with hail damage on their car that didn't know that they could get it fixed. That we do those affiliate program with people at the quick lubes too,
Okay.
Right.
so they can make extra money and help their
Cool.
customers further.
Oh, I love it. Okay, for all of you that are out there, especially, we have a ton of insurance agents for sure. And it's good to have reputable people to work with, right? Because it's all about these relationships that we were talking about.
Especially when go for
Oh,
it.
I was just gonna say a lot of people have really good relationships with their individual agents, and those agents are trying very hard to help them. So yeah.
Completely.
Right, definitely. On the website, I did want to ask this, and I'm glad I went back to it. If you don't get your vehicle fixed, again, it's like a 2-year thing, but it mentions a restriction for unrepaired damage will go into effect. What is that?
So if they have unrepaired damage from a prior storm and then it hails and the insurance company catches wind of that, that creates an obstacle in getting the full repair cost
Sure.
for the new damage.
Gotcha.
And sometimes they may. I don't know if they'll cancel or if they're going to deny a claim, but it's going to be tricky on getting the money to fix the new claim.
Because then you have both claims kind of
So
competing.
when people say, "Oh, I'm not gonna get my hail damage fixed because it's just gonna hail again," like it is Colorado, and I don't blame them. Like those sky diamonds are coming again, but then it will complicate everything, and then they'll say, "Oh, this was already old damage," and they don't know when, and then it's a mess. So if you
Don't
can
wait.
avoid it, don't do that.
For sure. That's probably a tad fraudulent, I would think. just saying.
I love that term, sky diamonds.
Sky
I just
diamonds,
got
that's
That is
really pretty.
awesome.
I
The
know.
sky diamonds happen again.
Well, the thing is, usually when you file a claim, which you're supposed to do on an asset that you have, it ends up being a great deal because now if it's a company like ours, we're going to go through. We're not just going to fix the hail damage. As a courtesy, we go through and fix any door dings that are around it as well. The full detail once it's done.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are picking up their car. We had one of our clients, trying to remember his name, it was a while back, on the Jeep. He wrote a nice review for us, and he said it didn't look that good when it came off the assembly line. So usually it ends up being a better deal
Right.
than
right.
not getting it fixed.
I'm praying for hail damage.
Like
am.
bring those sky diamonds my way.
Right? My car needs a little help.
You can just drive over and see them anytime you want.
Yeah, but I don't have hail damage.
You just be all right.
I would just say fix my other dents that I have put into my own car.
We have and we can if they're not. Our techs can fix other kinds of dents.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, not if they're too big or too. I mean, there's different criteria that they work with, but
Okay. Yeah, no, this was just me. Being me.
Bring it by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I appreciate that. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Is there anything that we left out that we wanted to make sure that we talked about? Hopefully we covered a whole bunch of stuff.
That was great.
You guys are
yeah, no,
everywhere.
that was awesome.
No, of course. Thank you for coming in.
We super appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And we
been-
love you guys
yeah.
too, for the record.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
it is.
that's for
it's
sure.
very, very mutual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a love fest in here.
It is a love fest. All right.
Well, if you have hail damage for your car, you definitely have to reach out to them. Or if you're looking for a date, no, it's single here. 720-797-6969. Don't text that because that's not Mo's actual, that's the business number right there. Covering the whole Front Range, and go to elevatedhailrepair.com, or you can email info@elevatedhailrepair.com.
What sign are you, Mo?
Scorpio.
Scorpio?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your best date?
Like your ideal date?
Like your ideal date.
My ideal date?
What are you guys doing?
Probably something active, like fun to begin with, and, to break the ice, maybe go to, Top Golf, and then if that goes well, then maybe a comedy show. And then, if that goes well, then, maybe we go out, dancing, have a good time.
Nice.
All right, we're going to set up his dating profile on our website.
I love it.
like
Okay, Centennial City Lifestyle Gals, if you're watching this too, this is happening.
Top golf, comedy. I like it.
Dinner, man, Scorpio, life is good.
All right. Elevated Hail Repair /datingmo.com.
Love it.
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure to go to their website, check them out. And yeah, if you have hail damage, 2-year window, which I actually had no idea on there as well. And they cover the whole deductible. It's not going to cost you a thing. You pay for insurance, you might as well use it. Get that car back looking better than when it came off the assembly line. So if you did just tune in, this interview will stay on our social media platforms for at least a month now. On YouTube, it is forever, so definitely check it out. Also, make sure we have another interview coming up at 5:30 today, so check that out with Harold. No, not Harold.
We have Herbert.
Herbert
with Farther
Kyles.
is coming in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Afternoon mix from 2 to 5. Every single day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. we have one solid hour of only Colorado artists in the K4CL rotation. The rest of the time, they're a third of the rotation. And then, of course, tonight we have an all-new episode of Kind of Vague Radio, hosted by Andrew Talent and Rob Dixon. So, thank you guys very much for coming.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah,
Yes, please
of
do.
course.
How can we help you? You guys are amazing.
Oh, this is why I love
You are helping us out by giving us great topics to
know.
talk about.
No,
Okay,
you're amazing.
absolutely
You guys
love
being
it.
here is
Yeah.
perfect.
Well,
But
we
we see you guys all the
appreciate
time. If I think of something, yeah,
Please.
Yeah,
yeah,
thank
I'll
you.
see you at an event.
You know what? You've probably memorized our number by now.
It's
so-
very quick.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's in my phone. Come on, Hale.
I am actually praying for a hailstorm.
Let's do it. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for listening in. And thank you for tuning in to K4CO Radio. You guys take care. Having a great rest of the Tuesday.